All right, drawing class. I'm excited to show you how to use Conte crayon. So this is Conte crayon. We're going to do two value charts to start with, and then we'll move on from there. So now I'm going to use I'm going to use 4 colors total, or 4 values. You might only have one brown, either one. So if you do only have one brown, I'll kind of talk about how to do that as I go. Also, though these are browns and we think about them as color, we want to kind of imagine the browns as values, because if we think of them just as color, then when we go to draw more complicated things, we'll use these only where there's like brown things, and then we'll use the other ones where there's other colors, and that doesn't really work out because you don't get a full range of values. So you want to think about these browns kind of as like a gray. Also, you want to think of them as like a sepia toned photograph. So when you see a sepia tone photograph, there's those sepia tones throughout the whole photo, not just in one spot. So really try to think of like you're making a sepia tone drawing. Okay, so to start out, we're going to do values. So I'm going to start with black so I'm going to do boxes first, and go with black because that is the darkest value. It's going to be a little messy because I'm rushing. Okay, so one thing, it feels a little bit like charcoal, but it is not charcoal, and it will not work the same as charcoal. And if you try to make it do the same as charcoal, you'll probably get frustrated. So it is not charcoal. You do not want to smear it like you smear charcoal. Okay, so going lighter and lighter with black because, okay, so now I'm going to take this brown and put it over all of them. The wonderful thing about Conte that's so fun is it layers really, really well. And you have to depend on the layering. It's unlike charcoal where you're really putting charcoal on and then taking away a lot, though you take away a little bit, really not that much. If you take away too much, or I mean, it's really hard to erase compared to charcoal, so it's harder to take away, and it smears funny. Okay. All right, and I always go back over again with black. Just layering, layering, layering. I'm going so light right now. I'm barely touching, barely anything's coming off. Okay, now I'm going to start this tone. So you can see how, though the colors are different, the values kind of blend in from one to the next because I'm adding them all to each, or almost all to each one. Okay, so now I'm gonna keep going with this one down to the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna go over a little bit with this. Okay, the last one is pure white, which is actually even brighter than your paper. Okay. All right, there we go. 10 tones from black to white with all these beautiful browns in between. Okay, now the next one is a little bit easier because you don't have to break it apart. I start with black and I fade it down. Okay, and then I do this. So if you only have one brown, you would go the same here. You would do the browns all the way down lightly. And same here, if you only have one brown, you go dark all the way to light. Down, 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 down like that. And then if you only had one brown, you'd start with the white up. But I have 2 browns, so this is like a sienna, that's usually called. And then white, start with pure white, and then roll up and gently, as I go, I'm going lighter and lighter. So much easier process. Now I have 2 value charts with Conte crayon. They do have a very sienna feel to them. So in paint, this is umber and this is sienna, and I forget what they're called in Conte crayon. All right, so the next assignment, we're going to learn how to draw a tree because these work really well when you have lots of texture. All right, bye.